Thank you for staying tuned to Channels Television and a warm welcome to the program. It's Newsroom series, this edition covering Nigeria's southeast. I am Bukola Koka. First, the day's top story. A multiple vehicle crash involving heavy-duty trucks has claimed one life at the Otedola Bridge in Ward Secretariat on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The incident, which occurred earlier today, involved two articulated vehicles, one carrying sand and the other granite. Both vehicles reportedly collided while struggling for right-of-way, causing severe traffic disruption. The driver of the sand-laden trailer was trapped in the wreckage and later died after being rescued and taken to the General Hospital, Ikeja, while the second trailer driver was rescued unharmed by emergency responders from Lasma and Lasambas. Adding to the chaos, another trailer fully loaded with flour overturned just meters away from the main crash, blocking nearly 80% of the road. The Lagos State government described the incident as avoidable, blaming impatience and traffic indiscipline. Meanwhile, the accident has caused a long-stretched gridlock that has left commuters and motorists grounded, reducing the 5-lane highway road. Unfortunately, the gridlock has now spread to the inward Ikeja axis. The Lagos State Special Advisor on Transportation, Mr. Sholagiwa, has urged motorists, especially truck drivers, to obey traffic rules and drive responsibly, while extending condolences to the victim's family. In a renewed push to boost agricultural output and strengthen food security, the Abia State Governor, Dr. Alex Oti, has begun steps to reclaiming abandoned and underutilized farm settlements across the state. The move came as Governor Oti received a delegation from the Anambra Imo River Basin Development Authority at the Government House in Umuahia during a southeast tour following the federal government's declaration of a state of emergency on food security. The governor emphasized the need for stronger collaboration between federal and state authorities to help revitalize agricultural production nationwide. The Abia State Governor, Dr. Alex Oti, has commenced the process of reclaiming abandoned and underutilized farm settlements across the state as part of efforts to boost agricultural production and ensure food security. Dr. Oti receives a delegation of the Executive Management Committee of the Anambra Imo River Basin Development Authority, led by its chairman, Senator Emmanuel Anosike. The leadership of the River Basin Development Authority is on a working visit to the Government House in Umuahia as part of a tour of southeast states following the federal government's declaration of a state of emergency on food security. He stressed the need for strong collaboration among the federal and state governments to revitalize agricultural production.
We have about 100 hectares of land, and they used to cultivate rice and cassava and also do fishing there. But as I speak to you, those places, because we used to have collaboration with the state government, they monitor it, they assist in making sure those places work. As I speak to you, we are now doing below 1% of what is supposed to be done there.
It's a partnership that the governor is pleased to be a part of as he pledges his administration's full commitment to transforming Abia State's agricultural sector, noting that his government is already transitioning from subsistence farming to a value chain approach.
We are working on transiting from the kind of agriculture that we call subsistence farming to the value chain, all the way from primary products to secondary products, processing, leading to final products, and selling them. Instead of selling cocoa beans, we want to be able to sell chocolate.
Later in the day, Governor Oti receives a delegation of the Nigeria Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, led by its president and chief executive officer, Mrs. Ekioma Ezibe. Agriculture is also a major talking point here, especially the critical role of insurance in supporting agricultural investment, managing risks, and driving sustainable economic development.
Insurance is the only business that exists for the survival of other businesses. And so when we back up all of the things we are doing with insurance, then the private sector will thrive. Now, when the private sector thrives, it reflects, on the coffers of the state government, because they will then know that the state government haven't provided enabling environment for the private sector to thrive.
The engagements underscore the Abia state government's commitment to strategic partnerships as it intensifies efforts to achieve food security and economic growth. As the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodimma, marks 6 years in office, hundreds of youths from the Egbema community under the umbrella of Egbema Youth Association have taken to the streets in a solidarity walk, celebrating what they describe as the governor's superlative performance over the years. The youths marched through major streets of Owerri, the Imo State capital, displaying banners and placards highlighting the achievements of the Uzodimma administration. Our correspondent, Eyitokwe Kutei, reports.
Hundreds of youths from the Egbema community in Oaji, Egbema local government area of Imo State embark on a solidarity walk under the umbrella of the Egbema Youth Association to commemorate the 6th anniversary of Governor Hope Uzodimma's administration.
Today, as you can see behind you here, all the youths, I'm talking about the youths, all the youth communities are all here present. And we're here to demonstrate our appreciation to the governor of Imo State for his 6 years in office. A governor that has done well for his people, a governor we appreciate. That's why we came here, to appreciate him too. And say, governor, you are doing well. And today, the youths are decided, out of their own conscience, their own reasoning, to come and work with you, come and be beside you, to assist you. Any dream you have, what's here is to push it for you.
We have come to celebrate with our working governor 6 years of his achievement. Egbema youth said that this is the time to come and celebrate with our governor and the other Imo youth. We have come to dramatize what we know, the joy we have for the development we have seen in Owerri.
Receiving the youths on behalf of the governor, the Imo State Commissioner for Lands and Survey, Mr. Eyinlaya Onwegwu, commends them for what he describes as a bold and patriotic gesture. He praises the governor's achievements over the past 6 years and gives assurances to the youths that the Uzodimma-led administration remains committed to implementing people-oriented programs and policies aimed at youth empowerment and development.
I believe traveling from Egbema to Owerri is not a one-day decision. It is not a jamboree. It is a matter of grave and serious concern for you. Sure. That you have come to tell our governor once again that he is in your heart, that you love him like he loves you, and that you are happy with the progress he has brought to Imo State. I want to assure you that as far as our state is concerned, everybody knows that peace has finally come to Imo. Imo State recorded the highest number of diaspora returnees this Christmas in the southeastern region. Imo State stayed the Christmas season and New Year without even a vehicular accident. No incident of crime anywhere. Because of the synergy between the government of Imo State and the security agencies. You are here because you know the truth. And like the Bible said, the truth will always set us free.
The Solidarity Walk, according to participants, is not only a celebration of the governor's 6 years in office, but a reaffirmation of the Egbema youth's confidence in his leadership. They express optimism for sustained development and inclusive governance in Imo State.
The Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Honorable Nkiruka Onyojiocha, has called for sanctions for organizations that fail to adhere to workplace safety measures for their workers. She was speaking in Enugu at the Safe Workplace Intervention Project organized by the Nigeria Employers Consultative Association in partnership with the Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund. According to her, compensating victims of workplace accident is not enough to forestall incidents, but NECA must wield the big stick to put an end to unnecessary casualties in the workplace.
It shouldn't just end at compensation. There must be sanctions, because we've seen deliberate acts of violation of our laws. Even when you go to visit and you tell them don't do this again, and you apply some queries and all that, you come back, it becomes worse. And another time, you see fire, killing a lot of people. How much can compensation bring out a life that's been lost? So I believe that we should also be heading to get big sticks where it won't just about compensation. Yes, compensation will come, whatever it's worth, but people should be held responsible for negligence, because most deaths caused because people have neglected and don't care about what happens, because they believe that our laws are not what it's supposed to be, or even when it is, people decide to do otherwise.
The Anambra state government has completed work on complementary health facilities located in different parts of the state, such as the Solution Rehabilitation Center in Nibo community and the Solution Trauma Center in the State Teaching Hospital, Amoku, in Awka, all get towards tackling critical conditions at affordable rates or no cost at all. For the governor, the mental health focus on the rehabilitation center is to provide counseling to discharged patients, while the trauma center is an emergency care hub to give specialized services like orthopedics, neurosurgery, burns treatment, among others.
Reforming and improving our healthcare ecosystem, right from the bottom, from the primary health to the secondary, the general hospital, built 5 brand new general hospitals, refurbished several others. Particularly, we're paying very special attention to our tertiary institution, the teaching hospital. And a very key missing link, among other things, here at the teaching hospital happened to be the absence of a comprehensive, well-equipped trauma center. And finally, here we are. The equipment oncoming, spending several billions to put in the state-of-the-art equipment. In the next month or two, we should come here to commission this world-class trauma center.
We'll take a moment now. When we return, there's more on the healthcare system in Anambra State, as the government is also pushing to get in residents enrolled in its state health insurance scheme. That's after this time out. Join us again. Welcome back. In a major step to modernizing Nigeria's aviation sector, the federal government has signed a concession agreement for the Abia International Airport in Enugu. The deal was signed by the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Mr. Festus Keyamo, with Aero Alliance as concessionaires. In a press statement issued in Abuja, Mr. Keyamo said the agreement follows years of transparent negotiations and Federal Executive Council approval on July the 31st, 2025. He describes the signing as a historic milestone that will reposition the Enugu airport for greater efficiency, improved services, and better passenger experience. The minister assures aviation workers that their jobs and benefits remain fully protected, stressing that no staff would be retrenched and that all workers will continue as employees of the federal government and FAN. While the main agreement is complete, the statement adds that 2 operational issues, being security charges and the airport's financial model, will be finalized in the coming weeks. The Ebonyi state government has procured 3 aircrafts under the Ebonyi Air project with the aim of opening the state to greater economic activity and support for business growth, encourage tourism and reduce time and cost of travel. The state governor, Mr. Francis Nwifuru, announced the procurement during a state broadcast explaining that reliable air transport, amongst other things, makes it easier for investors to do business and for professionals to move in and out of the state. The 3 aircrafts are scheduled to arrive in the state by January the 26th, 2026.
I am pleased to announce that Ebonyi State has procured 3 aircraft under Ebonyi Air, which will arrive in January 2026. This is not about prestige, but a calculated initiative aimed at opening Ebonyi State to a greater economic activities. Reliable air transport makes it easier for investors to do business, for professionals to move in and out of the states, and for our people to connect with other parts of the country and beyond. Ebonyi Air will support business growth, encourage tourism, and reduce the time and cost of travel. It will also strengthen Ebonyi's position as a state that is ready to engage with the wider economy and attract new opportunities. By improving connectivity, we are creating conditions that support trade, investment, and job creation, while making our state more accessible and competitive.
As part of efforts to ensure the safe movement of goods and persons in Imo State, the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, FERMA, has commenced the rehabilitation and maintenance of some critically failed sections of federal and interstate roads in the state. The Federal Roads Maintenance Engineer in Imo State, Mr. Collins Osita, says the agency is currently working on the Umunna-Umuduru Road through direct labor intervention, explaining that ongoing works include the scarification of failed road sections, filling with laterite for the sub-base, application of stone-base course, priming, and the laying of asphaltic concrete to restore the road to a motorable condition.
This is Umunna-Umuduru Federal Road in Onuimo local government area of Imo State. The road which links Imo to Abia State is currently receiving attention by the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, FERMA. According to the engineer in charge of Imo State, Collins Osita, the intervention covers about 4 to 5 failed sections with a total length of 378 meters and a width of 7.3 meters. He notes that the project is in continuation of FERMA's Operation Connect Your Destination program, which targeted key routes during the Yuletide. About 6 to 7 kilometers of the Umunna axis is being rehabilitated.
We are doing scarification of field road sections. Then we are filling with laterite for the sub-base, and then stone-base course. Then of course priming and laying of asphaltic concrete on the surface. This particular section of the road and then some other sections along this road has, in fact, we have series of failed sections across this length, and then I think we were working about 4 to 5 sections, a total of 378 meter length by 7.3 width. So we are recovering those sections and then making them motorable and putting them in good motorable condition for road users and commuters.
Road users and residents living on this corridor are delighted about the rehabilitation of the road, which they say has been a death trap and aided armed robbery in the past.
The job you people are doing is very, very good. At least it is better now than before.
This place is just like, I don't know how best to describe it, but it's in a deplorable state before today. But since 3 days now, we witnessed the repairs going on here, and we were so happy seeing the work going on since Sunday. I feel good. You can see the community people, everybody came out watching it and doing it as if it is a film, like a movie. We are very, very happy because this place is just like, even Anambra used to stay here to kidnap and to rob people. Once you pedal here down, they will now come and snatch you, now your vehicle away.
The agency expresses optimism that the sustained funding and continued collaboration with the Imo State government, road users in the state will enjoy safer and more seamless travel.
And that's it on the program. This edition of Newsroom series covering Nigeria's Southeast. We'll be back again tomorrow with more. Same time. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.